Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to write your first constant and variable program. In the previous video we wrote 13 a bunch. What if you didn't want to write 13? What if you wanted to write your name, or you wanted to call this 13 an LED pin instead of the number 13? To do this, you can use variables. To make a variable, first you need to tell the Arduino what type of variable it's going to be. Is it going to be an integer, which is like a whole number? Is it going to be a float? Don't worry about that yet, but that's basically a decimal number. Or is it going to be a string, like words? In this case, it needs to be an integer. So we're going to write int, which is short for integer, and integer means number. And then we can name it whatever we want. I'm going to name it LED pin. You can name it whatever you want. And then we need to put an equal sign to tell the Arduino what it's equal to. And we're going to put 13. And then after that, we always need to remember to put our coding period. After this, we basically wrote our variable. And to put this, we can just write, in my case, LED pin instead of always writing 13. And then this will do the exact same thing. I'm just going to press variable, verify quickly, and it gives me no errors. So now you know the power of a variable. See, I can name this, let's see, like I can name it cracker. And then I can replace all of these with this. Or I can name it, strawberry. And then I can just put it on here. So this is a very simple way of naming. Instead of always needing to put 13, you can name it whatever you want. And it's not just because you can name it whatever you want. It can get a bit tedious trying to always write 13. So use a name that you can remember clearly, and then you just put it in between here, and boom, you have a variable. And then basically, if you do this, just make the variable, the Arduino doesn't know that you want to do anything with it. To use the variable, so it's equal to 13 here. To use the variable, we put 13s here. We can replace it with whatever our variable name is named. And variables and constants are basically exactly the same. But as you get more advanced into Arduino, there's going to be some times where you want a variable to change if the user did something. So for constants, it will never change. So if I do const int, the const is the short for constant, and constant means always the same. It will never change. It'll still give me no errors, but if I do const int strawberry, and then now I want it to equal 15. See? It won't let me. But if I did, so if it was like this, let's see. It's saying that I can't do that because of certain specifications. So that's why we can't do it with a constant. You won't be able to change it. For the bigger projects, you won't be able to change it later on. We're going to stick with variables though. In future, we can change it. But in this video, we're not going to be changing 13, so we can write const. And just remember, const is the short for constant, int is the short for integer, and always put those to tell the Arduino what type of variable or constant it's going to be. And then you might have noticed here, what are these? This is something called a comment. It doesn't do anything to your Arduino code, so I can right above this, I can do a / to indicate that I'm going to write one line of a constant, and I can write, hello, I am Z coding kid, and today I will teach you constants and variables. A comment basically tells the Arduino to ignore whatever you're saying. So that is a very useful sometimes if you want to set reminders to yourself when you come back to your code. Or it can also be useful if you're going to give it to somebody else and you can tell them what it is. So instead of writing this in the constant, I can write this tells the Arduino what pin we are going to use, and if we verify our code, it doesn't give us any errors. So that is just a fun part about the Arduino. Constant, variables, and comments. After this video, I'm just going to show another picture just to show you that it can work. I will also show a few other stuff that you might have errors with. If you don't understand this code right here, I have a previous video on it that I'm going to link in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. Can you please like, subscribe, and can you share the video with others? Thank you.